Quality is important to GrainCorp and its business. It's our reputation, it's our trust with our customers that they can get what they ask for every time. Farmers get paid on quality, so as they bring it in, they know they can trust us to pay on what they deliver.
Our testing facilities, I would say they're the best in the business. We set really high standards, and I'm really proud of all of our teams, the operations teams, the quality team, in getting the harvest in the bin, doing all the work to get the samples to our labs. The work the labs are doing to really nail down the quality down to a bin storage level, and to be able to use that information to market the grain. I think our systems are the best that are out there.
It's really important that we ascertain the quality of the grain when it first comes into a site. We segregate grain based on quality. So there's a number of different tests that we perform. Moisture and protein, test weight, which is the bulk density of grain, and also screening. So we're looking at how much small grain is in a particular sample. Every single load that comes into the site is tested so that we've had a really good idea of what the quality is of the grain that's on site.
This facility is the laboratory test kitchen, test bakery. So we do lots of wheat intake testing, monitors, all that sort of thing. Testing the grain, you can learn the suitability for end product use. So you can learn the gluten quantity for ramen noodles or the water absorption for a plant bakery in Australia. It's important so everybody can get the quality, the quantity to suit their end use, whether that be location, gluten, water absorption, colour, all those types of things.
The really high quality wheat can be used for things like udon noodles. Obviously you've got your breads, your flatbreads, and each of these requires a different quality of grain, so that's why it's really important that we know what the quality of our grain is and that it's binned accordingly to make sure that we meet those requirements.
I bake breads here so we can determine the quality relative to different areas, so we can say grain from Queensland might suit this purpose better than grain from Victoria or Western Australia. It depends what type of bread you're making, whether you're making a flatbread, whether you're in a hot bread shop or whether you're a big plant bakery.
I'm Rachel Hinkley and we operate Hinkley Farming at Derranallum in southwest Victoria. We do a little bit of hay, but primarily wheat, barley, canola and beans, and we run some lambs over the summer months in stubble, but grain growing is our main operation. We do use GrainCorp regularly. I find their delivery system a really useful resource. The paperwork that comes to the driver is immediately available online, so in real time I know the quality of grain and the tonnages that we're delivering. And their 2-day payment terms have been a relief early on in the season when we start harvesting, and cash flow is at the lowest for us, so that's been great. We have a grain testing facility on farm, so we test our own grain as it's going into our silos and often when it's being outloaded, so that we know exactly what sort of grain we've got. Because it's a long way to town. Like once you've loaded it on the truck, you've got to be confident that it's going to be received at the other end, and that you don't have to find another home for it or turn the truck around and bring it back.
Aussie farmers in general have a lot to be proud of. They've sustained and maintained a very successful industry in challenging circumstances in the last few years, but they're still very competitive in the world market. I would always recommend farmers come to GrainCorp. You'll get the best service and the best end result for your own product.